Good morning, guys. Audio testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? All right. One more time. Audio testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Well, it's Monday morning, everybody. And time right now is 5:15. I'm sorry, I can't do it at the usual time slot of 4 a.m. But yeah, I'm done at an hour late. But we're still live here at this early hour, so you know I'm biased. Uh, so good morning, buddy. We do not have a tornado warning yet. We have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings as these storms are starting to move in. I'm expecting more thunderstorms for the morning hours. But we do have a big change to the National Weather Service's warnings. A high wind warning is in effect for Rhode Island. But let's get to the radar here because we're now seeing our first bands of heavy rain here. And it's in the area of Summers, Stafford Hollow, and Tolland and Willington. You can see right there. We also had some rain earlier ago in Brimfield and Ware right now. We got some heavy rain near in Northampton. What we do know is that from the Northeast Weather Forecast Center, which I'm going to change. So just hold on a second. But we have rain coming in. I'm actually going to start the live for some. To go ahead and Okay, don't know what to do for the cameras. Let's go back to the WeatherWise app. And I'll show you if that's the one. Let's go to the WeatherWise app. And I would like to show you some of the biggest risks of the day. The SPC has put a moderate risk of severe thunderstorms, and this is severe. This does include North Carolina. We have some work. Where are we? Scatter storm. So I already see some stuff in the moderate risk categories. Let's go back to the outlooks. Waterford County, Polk County. Let's activate the emergency alert system, actually.
The National Weather Service in Greenville-Spartanburg has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern McDowell County in western North Carolina, Rutherford County in western North Carolina, eastern Polk County in western North Carolina, southwestern Caldwell County in western North Carolina, western Cleveland County in the Piedmont of North Carolina, Burke County in western North Carolina, until 6:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 5:23 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from 11 miles northwest of Morganton to 7 miles east of Columbus, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Morganton, Forest City, Rutherford, Sawmills, Valdez, Spindale, Gainwell, Boiling Springs, North Carolina, Hudson, and Cages Mountain. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Please report damaging winds, hail, or flooding to the National Weather Service by calling toll-free 1-800-267-8101 or by posting on our Facebook page or post it to X using hashtag NWSGSP. Your message should describe the event and the specific location where it occurred. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 6:15 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the following counties in North Carolina: Burke, Caldwell, Cleveland, McDowell, Polk, and Rutherford.
So an activation of the EAS in the in the early hours in the morning. I'm gonna see if Scott Haney's actually here today. What I do know is Scott actually filled in for Jill. Oh, look at this. Winter weather advisory at SBA. So there could have been severe weather in the Appalachian Mountains. If we go here. No. Don't want to get a copyright strike from the IOC. But yeah, don't want to do that. Let's go to scene. And I'll show you what happened. Why Scott Haney was here yesterday.
And feel like a champion. Score yours at mtv.com/UConn.
All right, don't adjust those calendars. It's Scott Haney in for Jill Gilardi this morning. It is Sunday, the 15th of March. I think it's the Ides of March today. I'm not quite sure. But there is a big parade going on, and it's going to be okay. The weather will cooperate, but tomorrow is a first alert weather day for some really stormy weather. I've got that first alert coming up for you next.
Yeah, don't adjust the television sets. But in that day, a first weather day was issued.
Nicely done.
Know first when the weather will impact you. Get the first alert only on Channel 3. Pouring out there right now in parts of the state. It wasn't that way just about an hour and a half ago, thus prompting a first alert weather day. It is going to be an all-day rain event with winds gusting in excess of 40 to 50 miles an hour. Get the information you need to know to get through the day on Eyewitness News right now.
And we are on top of breaking news right now in Hartford. You can see flames and smoke coming out of an apartment building here. We'll tell you the very latest as we have a crew live on scene. And families at Windsor Locks expecting answers today about the Bickford Healthcare Center, how quickly patients could be moved.
Maybe even a
No way, so this is a morning unlike any other. So be up at 5 a.m. Deep update the severe thunderstorm warning right now. And we even have a winter storm watch for like. No, that's not good. Maybe the antenna got broken.
this because of this. Look at First Alert Live Radar, the only live radar in Connecticut showing wet weather all across the state. It's gotten a little bit better since when we first went on the air at 4:30, but nonetheless, it is going to pour through the day today, and it is going to be windy. Your First Alert forecast is next.
And we're on top of breaking news in Hartford. Crews battling a fire at a multi-family home in the city's Upper Albany neighborhood. We're live with everything we know so far. Thanks for joining us at 5:30. We'll get back to that breaking news about that fire just a moment away.
Yeah, but our other big story this morning, of course, that forecast. It's a first alert weather day, which means it could impact what you do and what you grab as you're heading out the door, getting the kids ready for the bus stop. We got a lot of rain. It's making for a tough morning commute. Meteorologist Scott Haney has that check on the First Alert forecast. Not a nice start to our Monday.
Not a
Rainy
nice
days
start.
and Mondays.
Rainy days and Mondays always
Just
get
like
me
flooding.
down. Yeah, you're going to see some flooding. We minor flooding. We're not expecting a huge impact, but 1 to 2 to 3 inches of rain over the course of the next 24 could prove to be a little bit difficult with gusts 40, 50, maybe even 60 miles an hour. Here's a look at First Alert Live radar. I'd zoom in on a particular area, but it's just all over the place. You've got some moderate rain coming down just to the south and east of Haddam. You've got some moderate rain coming down up in parts of Tolland and Windham County, on over into Putnam, 395. Torrington, it's just jamming with color, and this is going to continue to fill in throughout the day today. You can see on the wider perspective here, these boxes, you never want to see these boxes. This is thunderstorm watch boxes, tornado watch boxes. Look at this line of showers and thunderstorms that's going to continue to move from west to east. Therefore, severe weather, it could be a possibility to our south and west. And here in Connecticut, we're not looking at a severe weather outbreak by any means, but there could be a severe warned storm, particularly northwest, southwest Connecticut. I'll get to that in just a second. Flood watch in effect through tomorrow morning. Wind advisory in effect from this afternoon through tomorrow morning. And according to First Alert Futurecast, we get a little bit of a lull this afternoon before the moderate to heavy rain rolls back in time for the evening commute. Look at 5 p.m. What a mess that is. 7 p.m. pouring. 11 p.m. pouring. And then it's all done by very early tomorrow morning. Again, the severe threat is to our south and west, but we just get clipped in parts of northwest, southwest Connecticut. We're at a level 1. So if anything does become severe storm warned, we will let you know. In the meantime, today, 60 degrees, Kate. No snow. Just plain old rain.
I mean, I guess that's the silver lining, right? Hey, today's a great day to keep that weather app handy. If you haven't already, make sure that you download it. It's free. It comes in handy. Also worth talking about here for your morning commute, 5:33. It's a tough start with all that rain that's pounding down on the pavement. You can see so much spray coming up from vehicles. Keep your distance. Get those headlights and those windshield wipers on. Live look in Middletown here in Waterbury and in Meriden. And let's take you out. We got a crew on the road, Weather Tracker 2, traveling 91 northbound. Just coming through New Haven towards North Haven this morning. It's tough go out there. Visibility is going to be reduced just because of how fast and heavy that rain's coming down, which could also make things more difficult. You got to keep those speeds down as you're heading out. We'll get you another update coming up in about 10. Let's check out your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
News in Hartford right now. Crews are fighting a house fire on East Street.
10-point news tracker is going to take us to that location right in the city's Upper Albany neighborhood. So we know some roads have been shut down here this morning in that area due to the fire. Your reporter Taylor Knight has been on the scene now for a couple of hours. And Taylor, you just got some new information. What's the very latest?
Yes, there's still a lot going on here, and we did just get an update from the Hartford Fire Department. They said that one person was hurt in this house fire, but they are expected to be okay, and everyone did make it out of this multi-family home behind me here. The fire at this home on East Street, right off of Albany Avenue. You can see fire crews still here trying to get everything under control. In the last half hour, we've seen some flames pop up on the roof and then go out again. There's really been this one spot on the front of the roof that's been igniting over and over again. They get it out, and then it just pops back up. Right now, it is out. We also heard a chainsaw being used a few minutes ago, but because it's just been raining so hard this morning, it's really hard to see exactly what they were using it on. They also have a ladder extended right now. It looks like firefighters are going window to window, seeing exactly what's going on inside this house, and then spraying water inside of those windows where it's needed. This was a large fire, though. We just showed you some video of the flames shooting out of the roof. Things are definitely more under control right now, but crews are still here working hard to get the final bit of this fire completely under control. And as you guys said, this is causing some road closures. You can see all these roads here behind me, Albany Ave closed behind me. So avoid this area until this is clear. Your reporter live in Hartford, Taylor Knight, Channel 3.
All right, and thanks so much. Let's get back to breaking news as well. One serious rain. That's over in Canterbury. From news checker shows in West Mr. Road, we will continue the story. We'll get any news as soon as we possibly can. Okay. So they're going back to normal news. We're going to stay with the weather. We have our first flood warning of the morning. This just happened just a few minutes ago. There you go. Separate full one. Oh. Now you can't see anything. Okay, you have to go back and do that. Okay. Some minor flooding is forecast here at the Tioughnioga River at Cortland. This is going to be in effect from Tuesday morning to Wednesday evening. 9.1 feet. So, we have a flood warning. You know, it's not just. Oh, God, Henny, go ahead.
There's no opportunity for snow or ice, which is a good thing, but a bad thing is there could be some power outages isolated in nature, some flooding also isolated in nature, but 1 to 2 to 3 inches of rain on the way. Grab an umbrella, you're going to need it. Your full forecast is coming up right after the break.
I'm Caitlin Francis with this day in Connecticut history. On March 16th, 1978, the state Senate passed a bill making Yankee Doodle Connecticut's state song. It had passed in the House 1 week earlier. Other songs were pitched, but after months of consideration, legislators were won over by Yankee Doodle's patriotic theme. They also thought it was pretty catchy. We're family owned and operated.
Okay, whatever. But you know what, Scotty? He has a check of the forecast, and this is the first look of Saturday.
In. Take a look at the severe weather threat. It's very rare you see a level 4 in the Northeast. This is a level 4. So from D.C. down through the Virginias into the Carolinas, a tornado outbreak might be possible during the day today. Not for us. You can see we're clipped level 1 with the potential for some stronger storms in parts of northwest, southwest Connecticut. If anything does materialize, of course, we will be the first to let you know. Satellite and radar confirms we've got some rain moving through right now, but you'll notice to the south, there's that lull. It's going to be between about 6 and 9 this morning that we're going to get some of that rain. And then here comes the rain for this evening, just in time for the evening rush. Those are thunderstorm and tornado watch boxes. Not good for our neighbors to the south and west. Here's a look at First Alert Live Radar, the only live radar in Connecticut. Moderate rain coming down right now in parts of New London, Middlesex County. And there is that flood watch in effect until tomorrow morning. There's also a wind advisory in effect through the afternoon, right on into tomorrow morning for wet and wild and windy weather. All right, Mystic, you can see look at the rain coming down in the street lights there. Not too particularly great a start there. And we'll take you to Hartford right now, where the temperature is expected to climb close to 60 degrees by later on this afternoon. So that's some good news. You don't have to worry about snow, but you do have to worry about the wind and the rain and the reduced visibility this morning. You can see here, look at all the reduced visibility. When I came in this morning, we were at a perfect 10. Now, according to First Alert Futurecast, there's that lull, right? And then here it comes right back in time for the evening rush through tonight and into very early tomorrow morning. It's all in association with this cold front. Look at all of this rain, and then it makes an exit by very early tomorrow morning, and tomorrow it does get colder. So again, the next big thing is today, heavy rain, 1 to 3 inches could equal some flooding, winds gusting in excess of 40 miles an hour. Your highs today, 60, 50s along the shoreline, and then your 7-day forecast includes a much better day tomorrow, but a cooler day as the temperatures drop through the afternoon. Only 38 on Wednesday, 46 on Thursday. Friday, spring arrives at 10:46 in the morning. Looks like a nice spring day. And then showers and cooler temperatures are on the way for the upcoming weekend. Another check 7-day coming up in just a bit. In the meantime, Kate, good morning.
All right, good morning. So here's the good news. I'm not seeing any crashes across the state, so that's great here. 5:47 on your Monday. However, roads are severely compromised out there this morning. Definitely wet. Potential for some puddling, some ponding out there. That rain just coming down to beat the band. So you can see all that spray coming up from vehicles here in Hartford, Middletown. Visibility is down with that rain coming down as well here in Waterbury by the Mixmaster and in Meriden along Route 15. Let's take you out really quickly, give you a live look through Weather Tracker 2. Our photojournalist who's behind the wheel this morning, kind of making some circles around the New Haven area. Is this Alex? Alex is behind the wheel for us this morning. We appreciate that he is driving safely. Look at all those tractor trailers, though. That's where you're going to see a lot of that spray. Slow it down. Visibility could be compromised. You can see that rain kicking up from underneath those 18-wheelers here this morning. So give yourself a couple of extra minutes to get where you're going safely. This quick check at your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
All right, be careful, everyone. Let's get to our morning business report. A major sporting goods store is cashing in as parents invest in youth athletics.
And airline CEOs calling on Congress to end the partial government shutdown as TSA agents continue working without pay. Channel 3's Jane King live at the New York Stock Exchange with all those stories for us. Good morning, Jane.
Good morning. Yes, the chief executive officers of the major U.S. airlines urged Congress yesterday to move quickly to end the 29-day partial government shutdown. It has forced 50,000 airport security officers to work without pay, and they warn it could further disrupt U.S. air travel. Now, this group of airline executives, which also include senior executives at the cargo carriers like FedEx and UPS, is calling for legislation to ensure during future government shutdowns, all critical government aviation personnel are paid. Well, Connecticut ranked 26th for amount of money lost to online scams. The Consumer Federation of America says $1 billion was lost in the state last year. It comes to $280 per capita. The study found Facebook was the worst platform for online scams. And there's never been a better time to sell parents all the stuff that the kids need to play sports. Families shelling out now more than $40 billion every year on children's sports activities, according to the Aspen Institute. And of course, they, complain about the intensity, the time commitment, the cost, but Dick's Sporting Goods is really benefiting from this. In fact, Dick's just reported record sales, driven in large part by youth sports. Well, the S&P 500 fell to a new low for the year Friday. It was the third straight losing week for the stock market. Now, the stock market does look positive this morning, about 100 points higher for the Dow, and oil is also positive. The New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Jane. Let's get back to the forecast. And look at this from Pennsylvania. I could you not. There's a winter weather advisory in effect. No. There are still some threats. In fact, we already had a Waterford, Caldwell, and Eastern Burke counties. But we just recently didn't get a brand new severe thunderstorm warning for Spartanburg County and Cherokee County until 6:15 a.m. So 6:15 a.m. for South Carolina. Right there. So South Carolina's under severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15. We do have a pop-up thunderstorm. I want to show you from our composite on how massive this. So you got one area, spotty showers. Then you get to the big band of heavy rain. Oh, by the way, it's almost time for the first alert Scottsdale.
Thunderstorms, power outages, it's all on the table for the Scottsdale coming up next, right here on Channel.
A massive stumper. It's almost time for the first alert Scottsdale. Okay, let's go back here. Take a look at this in Charleston, West Virginia, where they have a severe thunderstorm 9 miles off of Charleston for northeastern Putnam and southeastern Jackson counties. I'm not sure which county Charleston is in at. We do have a storm over Philadelphia that has caused some rain over here. We'll get to Western Mass in just a moment, but I want to also let you know we have a tornado warning in person. And this tornado is actually absorbed. We have a brand new. So the National Weather Service in Tallahassee has issued a tornado warning for East Central Cook County, Eastern Barron County, and Northern Rainier County. This is going to be in effect until 6:30 a.m. So we got our first tornado action of the day, where we have our tornado warning in effect for Georgia. We do have a tornado watch for Atlanta, and the storms are really getting to Atlanta right now. It's going to be windy in portions of southern New Hampshire and lots of other areas as well. In fact, the National Weather Service in Boston has issued a high wind warning for eastern, northeastern, and southeastern, and northern and southern Rhode Island. What we do have, we have a wind advisory for northern Connecticut and central, eastern, and western Massachusetts. Technically, this one's northeastern, but this was actually eastern Massachusetts. This does include all of western Mass, and everyone in southern New England, apart from the islands. I know the Cape is also under it, but the islands are not under it. They are under a flood watch. Just to let you know. I'm gonna say a 2 for the Scott scale, but let's see.
And then we start moderating Thursday and Friday.
Not that one. Okay. Let's see what is on the Scott scale today. Here we go.
The man.
Hello.
There's been a quorum this morning. Ladies, what have you decided?
2. Yeah, we're going for 2.
All right, let's
Down
see.
from 4.
Today, not a good day. I gotta be honest. Potential for flooding, thunderstorms, winds, nasty.
Woohoo! All right.
It is a 2 today.
Kate Francis is right all along.
Very, very low on the Scott scale. Take a look at the 7-day forecast. 60, at least. That's why it's not a 1.
Yeah.
Because at least it's going to be 60 degrees.
That's true.
Right? You know what I mean? 41 tomorrow after a wet, windy, wild day today. 41 with dropping temperatures during the afternoon tomorrow. Overnight lows Tuesday night into Wednesday. Upper teens and low 20s. Ridiculous. 38. That's it for the high on Wednesday. That's a full 10 below average.
Ugh.
And then we start moderating Thursday and Friday for the first day of spring. And then unfortunately the temperatures come down over the upcoming weekend with showers likely both Saturday and for Sunday. Look at the high on Sunday, 37 degrees. Yucko. All right. Langston Racine is 25. What a great name. And Scott Boulder, also a great name, 42. Have a great day. 556.
Good morning, guys. All right, it's 5:56, but we start with
Do not record yourself. Thank you.
5:57.
Listening? Are you listening?
I'm listening. Yep. 5:57. So, for those of you who do not know, we are going to be throughout the morning. You want to take a look at the weather tracker too. As you can see here, it's raining. It's pouring. You want to get.
It is pouring up.
We are actually starting to get into a lull, right? We're actually starting to get into a lull.
We are?
Yeah, where we could see some spotty showers. Hint, hint, but not enough to get stuff to action. Okay. This was actually good because we're gonna be live. We're not gonna be live for 3 hours, covering the beginning of the storms. But we are gonna be live for the late afternoon hours. Okay. Where we could see some serious storms. That deserves a high risk, which is ultra rare, right? You know when you see high risks, let's get you to the defensive of warning. So, a tornado means, which we already seen, it's a tornado is radar indicated. Observed tornado warning, which we've seen as well with one of the Georgia tornadoes, means that there's a tornado on the ground. A PDS tornado only means it's a particularly dangerous situation. And a tornado emergency is the highest level tornado warning that can possibly be issued from the National Weather Service. Again, tornado emergency is the highest level tornado warning that can possibly from the National Weather Service. I don't know if they will ever issue a tornado emergency from DC or from other areas, but they only issue tornado.
No, I'm not.
But only tornado emergencies are for tornadoes that have catastrophic damage. And we're expecting some damage, especially in Massachusetts today, with that high wind warning. I'm checking the power outage map now.
responding to a fire on East Street while you were sleeping.
We've got a live report from the scene as we work to get new information from officials for you.
All right, we've got water out there this morning in Norwich, right down 395. Moderate to heavy rain coming down in that part of the state, prompting a first alert weather day. Look at the rough weather that's on the way. We're not going to get the severity that they are to our south and west, but still could be some rumbles of thunder and some lightning here in the state throughout the day today. Your first alert forecast is next.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News starts with a first alert weather.
Hey, good Monday morning, everyone. It's March 16th. Thanks so much for starting your week here on Eyewitness News. Of course, we are in that first alert weather day mode. It is a messy Monday morning.
Yeah, heavy rain, all this that you see outside could impact your drive to work or school, and be on the lookout for a rough ride home as well.
I know it's a double whammy today. Meteorologist Scott Haney timing everything out so that you can be morning ready and head out the door safely here with an update every 10 minutes or less. Scott, come on.
All right, we're going to start off with first alert live radar. We're going to zoom on into parts of southeast Connecticut where the rain is coming down. At the heaviest right now in the state, Montville, Gales Ferry, of course, 395, where it connects up with 95. That's going to prove to be problematic. You've got Centerville, Richmond, Woodville, in parts of Rhode Island, North Stonington, Stonington itself, Gales Ferry, Salem, Picketown, in southeast Connecticut, and it is pouring out there. We'll move you on over a little bit further to Monroe. You've got some of that rain out there. Shelton on the other side of the state, right by Jones's Christmas Tree Farm, getting a good soaking there. Ansonia, it's a little bit wet there as well. And again, we'll take you to the rest of the state. Some scattered showers moving through parts of the state. We're going to get a little bit of a lull, and then it's going to come racing back in for this afternoon and this evening. You can see there's, again, this little bit of a lull right here over the open waters of the Atlantic, but we've got more rain funneling in towards our direction. Plus, we've got the front that's advancing in towards us. Thunderstorm and tornado watch boxes up. A severe weather threat to our south and west. For us here in Connecticut, we're not expecting the severity that they are, but there could be some rumbles of thunder and some lightning through the day today. You hear thunder, see lightning, head indoors. Today is the first alert weather day for rain 1 to 2 to 3 inches with gusts 40 to 50, maybe even a 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. A flood watch is in effect. A wind advisory is in effect. Throw everything at the forecast and it's in effect, right? Futurecast, tomorrow's weather today shows that lull, and then it comes racing right back in time for the evening rush. I'll have your extended outlook coming up in just a bit, but at least it's going to be 60 degrees today, Kate. That's some good news.
Yeah, that's a little bit of the silver lining that we've got today, at least, right? So another one is that we've so far not been, no one's reporting any crashes across the state. That's what I'm trying to say here as you're waking up with us. That's a little bit of good news as well. People are heeding our advice. You got to take it slow it down, give yourself plenty of extra travel time. That car probably going a little too fast here in Hartford. Lots of spray coming up from vehicles there in Middletown along Route 9. Here's a look in Waterbury and in Meriden. Let's take you out, give you a live look through Weather Tracker 2. Traveling 91 northbound here this morning. Look at that rain just pounding on the windshield here. Those windshield wipers are really moving at a good clip as well. So just give yourself a couple of extra minutes. We want you to be safe as you're heading to work or bringing the kids to school. Let's check your Connecticut Chevy First Alert traffic report driven by your Connecticut Chevy dealers.
Our other top story this morning, we're staying on top of breaking news in Hartford. We just
Well.
heard minutes ago, one person is hurt in an early morning fire. Crews still
By the way, I watched Connecticut news just a while ago. Taylor Knight, oh, by the way, Taylor Knight, go, Kid Taylor.
Well, that person that was hurt was taken to the hospital, and they are expected to be okay. Everyone who lived in this home did get out safely, and no firefighters have been injured here either. This fire is in this multifamily home right on East Street off of Albany Avenue. We have some video of what it looked like right around 3 o'clock this morning. The fire department says that when they first got here, they found flames shooting out of the 3rd floor, and then the fire eventually spread up into the 4th floor, and we saw flames shooting out of the windows.
You're in luck, actually, because NBC Connecticut is on my keyboard right now.
Some of the hoses when fire trucks truck has already pulled away, but this is still causing some road closures in this area of Upper Albany. So avoid
Oh,
this
and by
area
the
if
way,
you can. As for the fire, the Hartford Fire Department says that they are still trying to figure out how it all started in this multi-family home. We will bring you updates as we get them on air, online, and on the WFSB app. Your reporter live in Hartford, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
all right, Taylor. And Chickabee Radio. I know. This next part. I'm using two antennas actually. So this antenna. Oh, if I can go here. This antenna is a rabbit ears antenna, and then I have another queer antenna that's connected to my Wahoo upstairs in here. I do have another Wahoo downstairs as well, so just gonna go ahead and just turn it off. This is a model 4823 indoor antenna. So, Chickabee Radio, if you want to stay on the line, and do you have any other questions right now? Just said awesome. I said, do you have any other questions right now? Because I want you to get to, because I want you to stay on the line for as long as possible. I'm located at 560 Barbara Street. I'm heading downstairs right now. Chickabee Radio. Do you have any other digital ones? Like city ones? Yeah, I'm living in the Chickabee Springfield border. You know, when about 0.5 miles, it goes to Springfield. Oh, yeah, you also live in Chickabee. And, yeah. Go ahead and get this screen out.
And then there's the effects of the world's oil trade. Iran is largely blocking that key shipping route, the Strait of Hormuz, and President stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90%.
Oh, and by the way, the morning commute looks pretty nice. Just want to say the least. Trying to go to my news station, W961 TIC. Go ahead and go to the FM side. The AM side. I'm gonna go ahead and call me Bang.
On the road, not seeing any difficulty at this point. 84. Break over to Waterbury, no issues there yet. 91 of the Parkway.
I don't know if I can get the Vermont stations. You know what I get is close, the farthest to me is W.
WSI.com. Stop waiting.
WRSI,
Smiling.
up
Traffic
in
and weather together
Franklin
on
County, Massachusetts.
WTIC News Talk 1080. Local weather. WTIC's Bob Cox.
Yeah, most of the rain that's out there right now is on the lighter side, with the exception of southeastern Connecticut, where we have some heavy downpours moving through. There will continue to be periods of rain today, some heavy downpours from time to time, the chance for thunder. Temperatures are cool still.
RSI.
Out there, but we're going to get up to 60 or the low 60s.
RSI.
Early tonight with an increasing southerly
Just
wind.
I'll check.
That wind may
I'll show you from the radio locator.
It's going to be a wet one. Notice the icons. Wet at pickup, foggy at lunchtime, and then 56 degrees for the ride home with wet conditions. Not a great day to be outside, and certainly not a great day if you have
Turner's
to
Falls,
go
yep.
down the roads.
So I'm living in Chicopee, yep.
Winds. And then tomorrow, we've got a wind system to the west. Skies turn mostly sunny and cooler. Highs in the 140s Tuesday. And a west wind at about 10 to 15 with some gusts to 30. Will be clear and cold tomorrow night.
10 to 15 miles per hour gusts.
Right now it's 39 up at Bradley. It's 6 in Willimantic, 48 in Danbury. And the Hartford temperature 43 degrees at the weather station, WTIC, News Talk 1080.
Important information from the Heyman Law Firm.
Let's get ready for traffic on the freeze here on WBZ News Radio 1080. Thank you so much, Chicopee Radio.
We do have some issues as well on the pipe. Let's go right to Chris Connection for the Needham
at Westboro. That taking up the left lane. One space on the right to squeeze by the engine. Backed up for over 2 miles, threatening to back up into Upton at this point. Kristen Atkin, the Needham Bank Road Report.
Heavier volume out there as well. We're seeing it all over the place. First off, Lever Connector is tied up getting onto Storm Road. The Tobin Bridge is jamming up. Turn to the center side. Following Route 1A, it's starting to slow down at Revere Parkway to Boardman Street and then heavy volume at the entrance to Sumner Tunnel. Northbound Expressway traffic jams up at Adams Street, and that continues stop and go right up towards the O'Neill Tunnel. 22 minutes at turn 9. Lori Branson.
rainy days throughout the course of this Monday. Then a high wind watch tonight. We could have some downed trees and also some power outages later on. High wind watch is going to be in effect till Tuesday morning. It's going to be a washout for this Monday. Live, local, and nationally independent. WBB News Radio. And thank you so much for joining us here on this Monday morning. I'm Jim McKay, and here are the 5 things you need to know at 6:15.
Or OPEC cutting back. There's nothing like that around.
Allied nations in a clock at night, which is pretty brutal.
And turn on the box. Batteries. Oh, no. It's not. Go ahead and go ahead and click on home. Okay, no, not gonna go ahead and press this. So I'm just gonna stop it. I'm gonna mute my audio though.